Hi guys! So this is going to be a video about being a teen mom, how it really is, how things are behind the scenes, and basically I'm making this video because I get several messages from girls saying that they're however old, like 14, 15, 16, 17, even 18 or 19, and they say how much they want to have a baby. And I cannot stress enough how hard it is being a teen mom. And I know it looks like, some people say I make being a teen mom look easy. Some people say I make it look hard. Everyone has their own interpretation of how being a teen mom is. But I just put on camera basically how my life is. But there is some behind the scene things that I haven't really talked about. And I really want to put it out there for those girls who think that that they can do it. First of all, I'm going to start by saying Lilia was not planned. I was on birth control when I conceived her. So I'm going to tell you guys this, like how I was, like the story of my life or whatever. And I don't want you to think that I planned Lilia because she was not planned. So I'm going to start from when I was 14 years old. And I'm sure that there are girls out there that can relate to this. Ever since I was little, I always wanted to be a mom. Like ever since I was like age 2, like I knew that my main goal in life, well not necessarily goal, but like my calling in life was to be a mom. Like I always wanted to be a mom. So when I started high school, so I was like 14 years old, that's when I really had a really strong urge like to get pregnant and be a mom. And I did have a boyfriend, and it was Gabe at the time. And because me and Gabe started dating right after I turned 14 years old. Okay, so even when I was 14, 15, and even 16, like every year I felt like I just had more and more of an urge to just be a mom. Like I don't know what it was. I just always wanted to be a mom. But I was on birth control. I've been on birth control since I was really young because I had irregular periods, like really irregular periods. So I started birth control when I was 14. So that aspect of my life, I'm sure a lot of teenagers can relate to, because I get a lot of people saying like, I just want to be a mom so bad. And I don't think it's uncommon at all. There are so many girls that feel that way, that just want to be a mom so bad, and they feel like that they have to do it right now. And even if they know that that's not what's best for them and for the baby and for everything, they still feel like that's what they want to do so bad. And I felt like that even more because I was with Gabe, and I thought that I was gonna be with him forever, and we were together for 1, 2, 3, 4 years, ongoing. It was straight. So like I thought I was gonna be with the person that I was gonna be with for the rest of my life. So that was even more of a reason that I really wanted to have a baby. If you guys are like me, then you know, no matter what people tell you, no matter who it is telling you, no matter how people tell you how hard it's gonna be, it's like nothing can change your mind about wanting a baby. Nothing. And that's how I was too. Like I would watch like all those teen mom shows, and I guess that 16 and Pregnant wasn't out before I had Lilia, or maybe it might have been. Yeah, it was out before. I don't know. But I would watch a whole bunch of teen mom shows, and I watched people on YouTube about being a teen mom and stuff, and like I always just like knew that I could do it. Like I just knew in my head that I can do it. I knew that it was going to be hard. I knew it was going to be painful. I knew it was going to be a struggle. But still, for some reason, I still wanted to do it. So that's pretty much like the background of where I'm coming from. And again, I did not plan Lilia. She was not planned. I'm getting to that part. So I was one of those girls who I was in high school, and I was in high school all 4 years. I graduated from in my senior year. I was actually 38 weeks pregnant at the time I graduated. But I was never into the whole high school experience. Like, I never went to a party. I never drank. And I know it's bad to say that high school people drink, but you know that if you're in high school, then you know that it's like normal to drink and smoke and go to parties. And I was never into that. I was never into drinking, never into smoking, never into going to a house party. I had never done anything like anything along those lines. And all I wanted to ever do was get out of high school so I could go to college, get married, and have a baby as soon as possible. So I don't know like what was wrong with me. And I don't know if there's other people that are out there like that, but that's just always what I wanted. Okay, so now that you know kind of like the background of where I came from and how badly I wanted a kid. Now I'm going to tell you how hard it is, because I knew before I got pregnant, before I had a baby, before everything, like I knew in my head that it was going to be hard, but I did not know how hard it was going to be. So my main purpose for this video is for you guys to really take to heart from someone that I know a lot of you guys say that you look up to me and you like appreciate my videos, you like watching my videos. So my main purpose of this video is to tell you guys how hard it is and to encourage you guys to wait until after you have a college education, a stable job, a stable home, because it is so hard. I knew I was going to be sleep deprived, but I never knew that at times I would be so sleep deprived and so overwhelmed that I would literally sit and cry for a while. Like I would literally just sit here and cry my eyes out because it was so hard. Like I was so tired. I had school, like I was trying to get school done. I was trying to do breastfeeding because I was so into breastfeeding, and I always knew that I was going to breastfeed. I always knew it was best for the baby, so I always wanted to breastfeed. And I wanted to breastfeed for exclusively for 6 months, and I had my heart set on that. And I know that sounds horrible, and let me just say, I don't regret anything. I don't regret having a baby, but if I could choose to have the same baby and the same everything, I seriously would have waited until I was at least 21 and had an education and a stable home, and I was married. Like I never ever thought that I would ever say that when I was younger, but I so truly believe it now. And here are some things to think about if you're in the position that I was in before. You need to have a car and a license at least. Because how else are you going to get your baby to their appointments? How are you going to get to your appointments? How are you going to get your baby food to go? How are you going to go to the store and buy your baby toys? How are you going to go anywhere without a car and a license? So I know that might make some of you guys who are under 16 say, okay, well, I'll just wait till I'm 16 then. But then you got to think about money. You need to have a job. And I don't care where you work. If you're a teenager, you're most likely going to be working in some kind of retail store, fast food restaurant, and even if you're working full time, that's still not enough to support, to comfortably support you, your partner, if that's the case, and your child, and pay rent, and pay all the bills, and pay the food, and get the things that your baby needs, and get the things that get some of the things that your baby even wants. Like, you don't want the minimum for your child, and that's kind of where I am right now. But since I don't have to pay for rent and stuff for living in my house, I can get Lilia some of the things that she does want because I don't have to worry about other expenses. But let me tell you, I would so much prefer that I lived in my own place with my husband and my kids and living a happy, comfortable life. Now, I'm not saying I'm not happy. I'm not saying I'm not comfortable. But if I could choose to do it over, I would. Also, you need to think about the relationship with your baby's father. And use me as a prime example. If you are a longtime watcher of my videos, you know that I would always say, like, me and Gabe were never going to break up. Because we were together for 4.5 years before we broke up. Like, we were together all the time. And, like, when I got pregnant, we had been together for almost 4 years. And I had no doubt that I was going to be with him for the rest of my life. Little did I know that having a baby would change that completely. Because you really, and I'm sure you guys all heard this again and you just like kind of throw it off your shoulder, you don't really believe it, but you really don't know a person until you have a baby with them. And Gabe never wanted to marry me. Gabe said he wanted to marry me, but even after I got pregnant, he wouldn't marry me. He wanted to wait, and I wanted to get married. So no relationship is 100%, but it is that much more of a chance that you'll stay with a person if you're married to them. So, like, I knew that I was going to be with Gabe for the rest of my life, and look where I am now. Like, I'm lucky that I found an amazing guy that loves me and my family just as much as I could hope that anyone would ever love me and Lilia. So I am so lucky that I found someone to be there for me. It's hard. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's really, really hard. And I know that I might not be able to change some of your guys' mind because some of you guys really want to have a baby, and that's completely up to you. But I just want to be straight up with you guys because it is not easy. And for me, like, I knew it was going to be hard, and it is still so much harder than I thought it was going to be. Like, I never thought that it could be this hard. if you think about it, and like I said, I don't regret everything. I love Lilia to death. I love my life, but there's no time for yourself. Hardly any time for your partner, no time for friends, hardly any time for school. It's hard to get out at all, ever, if you want to go hang out with your friends and stuff. It's overwhelming. You're constantly sleep deprived. Lily is almost a year old and I'm still sleep deprived. It sucks the money out of you and it limits options for school, for living somewhere, for being with someone. As much as you would like that to know that it doesn't limit options, it really does, because if you live in an apartment, most likely you're going to have to get a 2-bedroom apartment instead of just a 1-bedroom apartment, which means it's more money, which means that you can't go to the university of wherever in a different state that you've always wanted to do and have that college experience. You can do it, but it really limits your options, and it limits your options in partners too if you don't stay with the baby's father, because sorry to say, but a lot of guys don't want to be with someone who has a baby. That's just how it is. And like I said, I'm so lucky that I found Drake and that he is so committed to me and Lilia. Like, I love him so much. But it is so hard. And all I want is for people to watch this video and realize how hard it is and just wait. You're going to be an adult for the rest of your lives. You might as well enjoy your teenage years while you have them. So I cannot stress this enough. Please wait until you have a house, you're married, you have a college education, and you have a job, and you have like your whole life set before you have a kid. Don't get me wrong, it is completely worth it. And like I said, I love every minute of it, but if I could go back in time and have waited, and I mean, like I said, I didn't plan her, but I could have taken more precautions to not have a baby. I was on birth control, but I could have done more. I know I could have done more. So if I could have gone back and waited until I was 21, I really would have done it. So I really just wanted to make this video for those people who are in the position that I was at that one time years ago, and just wait, guys. Like, really, just wait, because it's hard. It's really hard. But that's pretty much all I have to say, and I really hope you guys take this to heart and just take my advice, please. I know a lot of you guys, it's too late and you already have a kid, that's why you watch my videos, but I know that there are a lot of you guys that don't watch my videos, and I hope this just makes you guys really think about it. So yeah, that's pretty much all for now. So I guess I'll talk to you guys for my next video. So talk to you later. Bye.